Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. I hope you're all having a wonderful and creative day, and I'm so happy you stopped by to check out my newest freebie. I'm very excited about this. I put it together a while ago and just never got a chance to post it, but it is basically washi strips, strippy strips. Yeah, so this first page is ends up being all the washi strips, but just in a smaller piece to make like a belly band, because I could put them this way. So they're about 2 inches wide and the almost full 8 inches probably, because of the border on here. So each one is a separate belly band that you can just cut out, throw some decoration on, and be done with it. Very fun. So strips. They're kind of colorized, sort of, to be like a family home. Like if you wanted to be able to, you know, attach something on here, lots of yellows on here, yellows and greens kind of deal. But they're mixed up with, you know, words, florals, grunge. There's sort of a map here, plaid, etc. So that's kind of like the yellow, orange, green one. And then the next one is a little more, I guess, yellow, pinks, some flowers. Some of these are from my existing digitals already. Like this is from the water flower free kit, and this is from the red kit. So yeah, so they're strips of it. So if you wanted to, you know, cut these out as a washi or use a full big thing. All right, next one is leaning more toward pinks and a bit of green, but very fun. That's the freebie that has the mini invoices in it. There's like part of it there and part of it there. Yeah, fun. All right, next one is leaning more toward purples and pinks. A fun like invoice title thing there, some harlequins, a bit of a ledger, some like peel paints. Yeah, just a whole eclectic mix of fun. All right, and the last one is more teals and blues and greens and yellows, a little bit of music, bingo, a little bit of grunge, etc. So I printed these all on my copier paper, except for the first one. I did print on the strips on a little bit heavier paper. But then I thought, well, why not print it on clear sticker paper? Like, how fun is that, right? Amazing how vibrant it comes onto these clear sticker papers. But I thought it'd be fun to be able to cut these out to use as washi tape. So any of these obviously could be printed out if you picked up clear sticker paper on these. But yeah, talk about fun. And these are wider, thicker strips like washis. They're about, probably a hair bigger than an inch. But they'd be easy enough to even cut in half to make 1/2 inch washis for these. Maybe not the music, but you probably could. And use just a whole bunch of them. So that is my fun freebie for this month, this week. I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, so I got the 5 sheets of printouts and the one that has all of them. So yeah, so this is my freebie. I love it. And you can find it in the link below in the Ko-fi account. I think I'm going to try to work on a little project on these to show you how much fun you can have playing with them. If you want to stick around. If not, just hop on over to the Ko-fi account and pick it up. And it is free as usual. But if you would like to make a donation toward that, it is truly appreciated, but not necessary. I am always eternally grateful whenever I see someone that donates to my Ko-fi account in support of me. I'm always humbled and eternally grateful for that. So stay tuned and come on back and we'll make a project. All right, let's have a little fun. So what I've done off camera is I have taken just a regular cardstock, kind of 4.5 by 6.5. I have a whole bunch of them. The other side was colored, so I glued it on the back, and then this side is white, great journal card, and I just glued it onto this, so it makes a card that looks like you've already just put strips of paper on. Now, of course, like I said, these can be cut down into strips to put anywhere else, but that's what I did for the first two. This one, same thing. That second one. So I pulled some stuff together. Interesting. I was going through this, and all the stuff that I pulled out was in this little container. I found a whole bunch of my tidbits in there. I think it was the original batch that I did. So I was pulling them all out. And as I was pulling them out, I kept finding stuff. It's amazing because this is still full. But I pulled a whole bunch of stuff out. So we're just playing with stuff on my desk. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is round the corners for these. And I love to use my big rounder on the bigger cards. Sadly, I looked for it recently. And I saw it was still available, but it was hugely expensive compared to what I got it. Sadly, I don't know if it's just, you know, the bad T word or what, but yeah, I was kind of bummed because I really do love that punch. And I added it below into my Amazon account for other people because, yeah, it's so nice. All right, so I found in my Birds and Bees book this peacock. I was going to say penguin for some reason. This peacock. And I'm like, what could I ever put him on? And sure enough, this was teal and green. And I was like, oh, look, he actually fits without a problem. All right, so let me put him back over here. I got to figure out where to put below him. And I pulled a whole bunch of this. I have fine shoes. He could stand on fine shoes. Right? That could be kind of fun. Fine shoes. And then I pulled some rulers and some generic stuff. I have Venice safety matches, 10-cent Secret of Everyday Things, and I think the fine shoes. Kind of has little feathers on there too. Let's go with fine shoes. Okay, so I want him to stand on it. So I think I'm going to have to put him down where he needs to go. And not put his feet down. And glue this down. Okay. Who thought I'd be able to find some place to put a long-tailed, now I was going to say pelican. Long-tailed peacock. Boy, oh boy. Nope, a little too high. And I'm fine with him covering part of his feather tail because he's pretty long anyway. Tape measure could be fun. You know, you're measuring shoes with the tape measure. I did find this fabric too. But I think the fabric might be a little too bright. And I've got this yellow ruler, but it's more of a, almost more of a up and down thermostat. So I think I am going to put this down here. Measure his shoes. And that's just plain. Let's do that. Let's do that. Doesn't have to be fancy. Doesn't have to have extra stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff going on with the background, the bingo, and the numbers. Yeah, I don't think it really needs much more than that. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna save these because the third one I'm gonna do, I have some of those colors. So, all right, let's do this one. I love just making random ephemera, not planned, just kind of putting stuff together, no purpose, other than just having fun. Okay. I don't want to put that upside down. It has some words. Okay, so this one I found, this flower had a lot of the pinks and the yellows, which I thought was perfect for this. And I found this. I think this is one of those strips from Tim Holtz. This is The Beauty of This Life. I thought that was very cool. I do have this paint chip, but I think it might be a little too red. Maybe not. That on top of there. I got the graphic. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna flip this over so it doesn't stick, and we're gonna glue the graphic to the top. Now this one I'm definitely putting more on. I don't know why, but sometimes you just kind of go with the flow. All right, and this one needs to go on the bottom, and you're a little thicker, so I think we're gonna use the art glitter glue. These were extra paint chips that I had laying around from making belly bands in the color series journal. The paint strips I have are always a little too long, so I always had to seem to chop one off. Okay, now we definitely want the Beauty of Life above it, so we're going to glue this down next. It's kind of nice to get rid of tomato red. I'm going to keep that showing. It's kind of nice to get rid of stuff that you got just laying in a little bin, laying on your desk that you're not using, right? Okay, I think we'll be okay. I'm going to glue this down. So do you have a little catch-all that you put little tidbits in that you don't use? That's usually what it is I'll pull something out. Like this was, again, a cut off from a long strip, and it really doesn't have a home, so I throw it in that little bin. You know, this might have been, this was the digital that I probably pulled out for something, and then I didn't use that particular one, but instead of putting it back as original spot, it got thrown over there. So, yeah. This is part of one of those strips too. It had the right colors, but I don't think I really have a spot for it to go. All right, I'm gonna add some glue to this. I should have probably put some glue on the peacock. Hey, I got it right. I did have to pause a second to think about it. All right, is there an up or down? There really isn't. Okay. The graphic, The Beauty of His Life. One, I like it. I like it a lot. I did have this fabric also, but again, I think it's just a little too bright for the card. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh, I'm oozing. Let's get the pin in. All right, and last one, let me grab that, is I have a pre-made, it's one of my masterboard cards, and I'm going to use my washi strip. I've already cut, again, half of it out for this, but it had a lot of these same colors, so I was thinking about using this on here. But like I said, I do have, some of these are teal, and I don't mind covering that lady up down there. She's half cut off. 10 cents, Secret of Everyday Things. I think I like that. I was thinking about maybe that, maybe a little too yellow. And then we've got these flowers, and you are just random stuff. I think I like the 10-cent Secret of Everyday Things. And I'll put the washi strip up here. Yeah, let's do that. All right, I don't think I inked this one. I inked a lot of that stuff beforehand, so I would not have to do it now. All right, so let's put that over here. Yeah, this was one of the master boards, and that was just a digital I put on there, and it landed perfectly on here. That really didn't have to need much to decorate this card. All right, so the washi tape sticker, and obviously when it's printed, you'll see that it was white, so it makes it a lot brighter, but it is definitely fun to put down there. I love it. See-through, pretty, and I feel like there should be something tall over here going up and down, but that is just too bright yellow for me. What if See, let's put that on there, but it's like the same thing. So it's not really changing it much. Florida water sideways. Is Florida water the secret of everyday things? I don't know. Let's see, I do have these die cuts that are kind of grungy like that. And well, that's interesting. There's a key with some teal. Well, that could be kind of fun. I really got to find a home for this frame because it's 2 frames actually. It's huge. Planes and shoes. Scissors. Yeah, she's not really sewing. Put half a clock. That could be kind of cute. What else do I have in here? Tiny little bike. Bit of a world. Kind of have the right colors on there. There's a tiny little clock. Let's retire the big clock since we found a tiny little clock. And violin, nah. Ooh, there's feathers. That might have been better on here. And shoes and needle and thread and a hat. Too bad she's not a gentleman. And a phone. Okay, I think not the scissors, not the world. Vice doesn't make sense even though it fits. Time clock fits, but I don't know if it makes sense. But I think I like the key for the size and the color. Okay, let's put this away on the bike before it ends up in my little tidbits. These are going to have to go in back in the tidbit world. I think I'm okay without that. I think I'm just going to put it right there. Yeah, let's do that. All right, it's a little thicker, so we are going to use the art glitter glue. Oops, a little oozy. Yeah, simple. Masterboard, a little thin. I might want to reback it with something, but that might probably be okay. Tidbit, a little bit of that washi tape on the clear sticker. And that, now you definitely could have cut some, you know, if you felt like cutting that out and putting that on there, it would have not been, would have been just fine too. I love it. Okay, well, I guess this is going to be it for me today. 3 projects. Ooh, was I going to put this feather on here? Nope, we're going to put the feather away. And I'm going to put it away, not in my little tidbits. There we go. Yeah, we'll put those back away. All right, let's show them up close and fun. All right, so there is that one with the flower. A couple extra pieces on there, very fun. Again, just one half of that sheet, not even half of that sheet, glued onto a card. And then my peacock, I love it. I'm so excited that I finally got the peacock onto something. Little measuring tape for its tail. And then the last one with the masterboard and the clear, you can see it, hopefully it's not too glue. There we go. Clear washi tape. I love it. Okay. All right, that's going to be it for me. Once again, if you want to check out this freebie, don't forget, the link is down below in my Ko-fi account. All right, thanks so much for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.